Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got a great rack. I've got the blank, I've got an S. I've got one-ions with the blank as an O. Will that play? If opponent changes, I shall just get the W doubled. Any alternative bingos? Let me squiz through the alphabet while opponent is thinking. Okay, let me go back. So, my original spot doesn't exist. I have wanions in column 10 and J-bots. Do I have a double-double through the A? So this rack plus an A. I don't think so. What about a play beginning or ending in T? So let me have a squiz, having in mind A and T. I don't think waniest is good. I think it's swaniest. Well, even if wantings is good, it doesn't get tripled. Wannigans is good. Oh, that doesn't quite hit the double twice. So T and A. Not looking good. That's wanions as a 7. Wingspan through a G. No, not looking good. So let me get wanions down. For 76. Pretty good pick. Evenly balanced between vowels and consonants and no duplicates. I've got G and I for an ing ending word, but I don't have one. Wow, 43 points, that's nice. O takes an M, I've got one. It doesn't take anything I've got. So I could play Mo. I could play Mo here for 25. Here for 29. Can I do even better? Wow, and I'm setting up a ridiculously hot X spot. But opponent's got to play there immediately, otherwise I will. Because I can place my G there. But only 29, so what about column 8? Wham, not good. Gam is... That's 29, but that's not as good as the move I was just looking at. Do I have a double-double? Non-bingo in row E, ending ITE. No. Okay, I'm going to go with Mo. Through an E, I would have Begiest. Both B and G can go underneath BO. Great, opponent leaves that spot alone. However, less great, the 49 points they've racked up for Depot. So I trail. Row A, a bingo lane ending in D. I don't have one. So can I get value from B, M and W? AMI is good. So if I put I here and E here, well, I've got Jibe. That looks pretty handy. 37 points. I'm still in the game. Okay, so super bingo-y tiles, but duplicates. Has that scuppered my bingo prospects? D doesn't look helpful. Really difficult to see bingos when you have duplicates like this, and no E either, so it'll be a low probability bingo if there is one here. Torrits, Tirots, not good. Ristretto is good. Through an E and a T. Now, opponents played 33 points. Okay, well this is nice because I can sort my rack out. I can play Tor for 22 points. Do I want to get value from the K as well? Let me put this back. Both I and O. No, I don't think Amid takes an I, but an I can go here. An O can go here. T here. No, I'm not seeing anything. So let me go back to Tor. Do I stick a T on the end of this? I don't think so. Tort takes AES, so that's providing scoring opportunities for opponent. And this 4-letter set is pretty nice. So Tor for 22. Wow. Not the draw I was hoping for. Through a U, I would have Aquarist. However, I've got the I for the Q and also AT, so I'm surely playing it. Oh, wow, great bingo by opponent. Maybe I should have inferred an S from their play of Kid. However, this isn't terrible because I have a spot for the Q. But is this the best spot? So I have Cat here. I don't have anything lower down. There are no U's on the board, alas. I don't have any words other than cat and chi on my rack, so I'm grateful for this spot for 44. Now another nice looking rack, but do I have one? Wow. Gosh, such a bingo-y set of tiles. And this is just the time when I need a bingo. Rory's not good. So this rack plus a D. I don't think Rosaried is good. Okay, so where are the other floaters? There's A, Y. T. Not really. No. Okay, well, this is irksome. I have a beautiful rack and no bingo. Am I sure about that? Extensions for Tor? No. EW? No. What about TIT? And I'm just looking for a double-double here, not a bingo. 13 minutes on my clock. No, not seeing anything. So, how to sort the rack out? Only 1 pointer, so I'm really going to struggle to score here. And I trail. So I certainly want to play off O and R. I don't want to make it super easy for opponent to score. I was thinking about playing OR, odd and Roo, but so many tiles go in front of Roo, and I'm killing a bingo lane. But I don't want to play much more than O and R because the rack leave is so good. Myth takes an I. Can I do anything with that? Well, the best I can see is Annie for 19. And it's not the tiles I want to play off. What about changing? Now, O takes an R. If there were a 7 here, beginning with R, it would play. but I don't think there is. Only takes an X. Irony is good. I'm changing, just not seeing anything good. So, there are bingo lanes for bingos beginning with R and S. I have neither. Bingos ending in D. No. Okay, so that hasn't really worked out. Opponent plays Lin. Where have they done that? Okay. Low takes an A in front, so I can play Reaver. But am I sure there isn't a bingo here? Aviaries through an A. Nothing ending with D. So Reaver for 23. Rack wrecking, better than changing, setting up an X spot. Just doesn't feel great, but is there anywhere to play off just VA? I could play Rav, but that takes an E and an S. That feels a bit desperate. Yeah, I'm going with Reaver for 23. And an absolute horror show. I draw only vowels. O takes only an O amongst the vowels, the only one I don't have. I feel I've missed something in this game. Oh well, we shall find out. L doesn't take any vowels after it. Oh wow, and look at that, 86-point bingo for an opponent with a horrible rack with U, G and D. And I'm sitting here with E, R and S for several turns, unable to bingo. That is Scrabble. So, what can I do? An opponent's play has not created any new openings. So I'm looking at playing AEU or EAU. Keeping Rise, that's a good keep. I don't want to hamper any of the existing lanes, just 9 minutes on my clock. And I can't play those 3-letter plays under ungirded. I could play EAU and UR, but I'm going to change, and I'll keep Raise. So, is there anything now? And I don't think there is. Oh, look at this, I trail by 120. That's pretty grim. Gosh, greasier onto an R, but look at this, a board with no floaters. An opponent can just merrily play in the top left without creating any new floaters. Now Reaver has taken out the R hook. Allow either takes nothing or it takes an S. I think it's nothing. There's a 7-letter lane in row M underneath this R. I don't think there's a 7 here, but am I wrong? Not seeing one, and still no O for oh-ho. Tit takes an E. G really doesn't go well with this rack. Ungirded, what a monster score for opponent. Pam only takes an S. Still X and Z to come. Yeah. So 18 for opponent. Not much opportunity for scoring there. What can I do with E and G? I feel like I've scored almost nothing for forever. Ag and G are good, but I'd like to play off a vowel as well. Ugh is good, but I can't play off two vowels in that spot. 8 minutes on my clock. Just so hard to open the board up. So Reg takes an O and an S, only 2 O's to come, only 1 S to come. Both blanks have been played. Yeah, I'm going with this. And I draw two vowels. But I have a bingo here, Aries. However, it doesn't play, but if opponent plays in row O, it may. And they don't. Okay. I don't have anything with the G. Let me count the remaining vowels. 11 out of 26, so slightly vowel dry. I'm going to change. Now, I have Gracia from the G. I have Sierras and O's. Fantastic. So, I am bingoing. Do I have anything beginning with N? No. Gracia's been blocked, so I have Sierras and O's. Does Sierras have an anagram? Don't know. But in any event, here we go. Sierra's 469. And I trail by a mere 112 points. I've drawn the Z, 9 tiles in the bag. I don't see any EZ plays. But apart from the Z, the rest of the rack is bingo. However, only 9 tiles left. 39 for opponent. Could there be a bingo here? The D looks most likely. Not seeing one. 5 tiles in the bag. Well, it's not a bingo, but I can play Z here for 48 points with a decent rack leave. And there's a floating A and S for a bingo, both of which, or certainly the S goes well with this rack. 6 minutes on my clock. Is this the play? Is there any hotter Z spot I'm missing? I don't think so. So Z for 48. And I've drawn Erotica. But I trail by over 100. So, do I have a bingo here? I have an O for Rego. So this rack plus an N. Creation. Oh, opponent's blocked that. Oh well. This rack plus an S. Well, interesting. If I were to bingo now, I would get an awful lot on countback. 5 minutes on my clock. 34 points on countback, so just add that to this, 390. I need 85 to draw, 86 to win. So, where's going to score most? What about ED? Well, let me consider the 7s first of all. S. Eroticas. Does that have an anagram? Don't think so. NO. It would need to begin NO. Not seeing anything. ED. Gosh, close to redaction. This rack plus D, E. It will be in my card box if it exists. I'm not seeing anything. What about Z, A? That would almost certainly score enough. Four minutes on my clock. And then there's double E, which looks really hopeless. Now there's a 7-letter lane parallel to Sierra's, but it would need to begin double vowel. There's gun as a part of a 10-letter word. This isn't looking great. There's Pam. No, I think my race is run here, which is a shame. ZA, nothing's coming to mind, and it can't end IZE. Do I have anything which reaches a double word square with ZA? Don't think so. Okay, so I don't think opponent's going out in 1. I need to go out in 2. Opponent's got Zax, but can't get that to play twice. Do I have anything ending CED? Don't think so, but I can play created here. Okay, I'm providing an X spot for opponent, but surely they were going to score well with the X anyway. That addresses that concern. So serrated for 24. Wow, did I miss a winning bingo? Now, if opponent doesn't go out, what's best for IO? Just scanning down the board. Well, I'm not seeing anywhere so far, let alone somewhere good. Well, ISO. I have ISO. The opponent's got the X for Onyx. 28 for opponent. So my ISO spot remains 2 minutes on my clock. Anywhere better for I and O. And IO and OI are both valid words. So I have OI here. Anything better? I don't think so. And the final score, 399 for me, 503 for opponent, a winning margin of 104 points, so well done to opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. Could I have done better? It was opponent to go first, and they played Jabot. And I got off to a great start with Wanians for 76, only 3 more points on offer. In column 9 with Swanee, which takes certainly an R, so I'm happy with my play. Opponent with no vowels, but plays Myth for 43, that's impressive. Gemot, A8. Oh, wow, that's nice. 49 points, what do I do? Mo for 29. Gosh, okay. Opponent plays Depot in the Gemot spot. And now, ooh, I thought that was a bingo coming up. But it is a double-double through AM, Bigamist for 52. I played Jibe for 37, keeping the S, so I think Bigamist is better, but not by a huge amount. Opponent plays Kid, so let's just have a look at this. They didn't have the S, they weren't setting it up. They were just scoring 33 points. Phew, I was waiting for a bingo to pop up here. L1 trots with 34. What do? I play Tor for 22, but retaining the S, which is worth 8 to 10, so I like my play. Wow, what a draw for opponent. They play Kid and draw blank and S. But still a great spot of loosely, not an easy word to find. I have Cat for 44 and a good rack cleave, so I still felt very much in the game. Opponent with a lot of vowels plays O. Well, again, this was another rack I felt was jolly close to a bingo, but there isn't one. Ooh, and I change here. When J8, I could have played Rory for 29, keeping the S. So the S is worth 8 to 10, say 9. So that move is worth 38 points. Instead, I change, keeping raise. How much is raise worth? I would say it's north of 20, probably between 20 and 25 versus a 37-point play. So yeah, Rory would have been better. Now, opponent's rack. They play Lynn. And no bingo here. Savari, that's nice. That's one of the new words. J8, Savari and lower. But I think was somewhat fixated on bingoing here. Wow, I play Reva for 23, which is really good, except when you compare it to Savari, which I didn't see. And Ava is certainly better than Reva. Gosh, yeah, I think Ava would have been the play if I missed Savari, which I did. Now, here it is. This is the rack which changed the fortunes of the game. I was only half a bingo behind. I'm now 120 points behind and with an unpromising rack. So no bingo here, very little over 20 points. And I change J8. Oh, this is coming down. And maybe the previous Rory was coming down as well. I really didn't consider column 8 coming down. But yeah, Rezo for 29. Not better than changing. Because if I change UI and UE and I'm keeping raise, and that's worth 20 to 25, it's the same ballpark. Opponent plays Char. And again, you've got these plays coming, hooking jibe coming down. And I played Reg to open up a new lane and to keep a good rack leave. Opponent plays Yap. Still no bingo. And do I change again? I do. 04. I could have played easier, but for only 26 points. And again, I'm keeping a rack lead which is worth over 20, so I like my change. Opponent plays Fun. And now finally, Sierra's the only playable bingo. Wow, missed bingo, Devonian. That would have sealed the deal for opponent. Devonian and Rego. That would have been super impressive, but very hard to see. Opponent plays Evade. I trail by 150, but I get the Z down for 48. Opponent plays NO. And this is it. The bag is empty. Opponent's just drawn the X. I trail by 119. If I can get 85 or 86, I could win. But no bingo. No bingo. So I play Serrated. Yeah, which is not far off the top. Opponent plays Flex. Could have played K12. Linux. Al, Psi, and getting the C, Psi, and getting the X doubled for 46. But opponent plays Flex for 28. And finally, Oi for 11 is best. So, what a strange, strange game. I don't change tiles very often. But I think in this game I changed tiles 3 times, which is, well, almost unprecedented. It's extremely rare. Usually there are scoring options, but I was just in a situation with an excellent 5-letter rack cleave and very limited opportunities to score on the board, and those which did score wrecked the rack. So I don't think any of my changes were terrible, but they certainly didn't particularly work out until I got Sierras down, and then I was too far behind. However, after Z, I did have one final shot at victory. If my final rack, which was pretty bingo-y, I had Erotica on my rack, but it just didn't go with any of the tiles on the board to make a playable bingo. But super exciting game. Many congratulations to opponent on their victory. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.